Hi everybody, welcome back. This is Kim and I'm really glad you're here. Happy New Year. Today's video is going to be about my second week driving for Doordash. What did I learn? Did I make a lot of money? Did I do better this week than last week? Well, let's find out. So, my second week was New Year's week. My first week was Christmas week. So, my experience is a little, I wouldn't say tainted, but I think my results were higher than they would be if it was just a normal week. So the holidays definitely added not only some additional earnings, but some complexity and some crowds and waiting time, I guess, is the best way to put it. So let's get going here. Okay. Was it crazy busy? For the most part, yes. I live in a suburban area outside of Los Angeles. Not mid-city or anything, but we have a lot of restaurants. And a lot of them are at the mall. There's two malls kind of close to each other, so you could park in between both and get orders for both. And then there's a couple, there's three pretty busy areas outside of that central mall area. So there's like 5 or 6 different areas that got a lot of orders. Anyways, it was busy. Usually around town here, 7:30, things start to slow down because our town kind of folds up about then. But New Year's Eve was pretty crazy. Anyways, how were the tips? Well, they were all over the place. My lowest one was $1.50. The highest one was $19, which is really not that great considering how much money people spent. But I was fine with it. It was fine. A couple of my orders, were a $200 order at Cheesecake Factory, and I got like an $8 tip or something. I was like, wow, okay. But it was fine. Long waits for food. Definitely that was the theme for the week. I don't think these restaurants were prepared. I had to unassign myself from a few that were just taking too long. I didn't want to spend a half hour sitting there waiting for an order. I could be out getting a different order that it would be ready. So I learned pretty quick which restaurants were backed up, and I just didn't accept those anymore. Were the restaurants prepared for the mass amount of orders? Some were, but many were not. Like Cheesecake Factory, Christmas week was super slow. And I think they learned a lot from that week because this week for New Year's, they were on the ball. And you might have to wait 2 or 3 minutes, but it wasn't a long wait for any of the orders. So that was great. And so I think a lot of the restaurants, they were not prepared for these mass amount of orders, to-go orders. Most of these are sit-down restaurants. I don't think they had this amount of to-go orders previously. So anyways, now, though, everything has to be to-go, pick-up, or delivery. Okay, did I stay busy? Yes, I did. I never waited more than probably 5 minutes for a new order. A lot of the orders were bad. We had a lot of like $5.50, $6.50 orders, or like maybe it was $10, but you had to go 14 miles. I didn't accept any of those. I pretty much stayed with our minimum of $2 per mile. I didn't take anything under that. I had a couple doubles that had a loser order mixed in with a good one. So those got in somehow, but it was fine. I was really happy with the orders that we got and that I took and delivered. So were the earnings what I expected? Well, based on the previous week, Christmas week, I expected this week to be similar, and it was. I made a little bit more money this week, but I think it's because I learned some lessons from last week. So I'll go over those in a minute. Okay, so here are some of my deliveries. So this was the lowest one that I had. So $7.75 from Chipotle. $3.75 was the base pay and $4 tip. So I'm trying not to take anything under $8 now. And but this was part of a double, and it was not a far drive, so it was not. I didn't mind it. This is an average order. I had many similar to this. So it was Buca de Beppo, $13.25 base pay, and then the peak pay. We didn't have any crazy peak pay. We had $3 on New Year's Day, like in the morning until like 1 o'clock in the afternoon. But that was the only high one we had. All the rest were pretty much $1 or $2. Anyways, and customer tip was $8. And my biggest order was a Cheesecake Factory for $28.25. The base pay was $8.25, peak pay $1, and $19 tip, which I thought was that was generous. That was nice. So my totals for the entire week. This was for the week December 28th through January 3rd. 59 deliveries. Last week I did 54 deliveries. My grand total, it turned out, so what I did is I took my dash time, the amount of hours, and divided that into the total amount I made, and it came to $30.59 an hour. So the app shows you your active time when you're actually delivering, and then your entire time, including waiting for offers and the deadhead driving back to the restaurants and stuff. So I took this entire time because I was working, obviously. I might not have been driving at that moment or delivering at that moment, but anyway, so that was $30.59 an hour. So last week it was $26.61 an hour, so this week was better, extra $4 an hour. So I learned some lessons, like I said, so I did a little bit better this time. I really like delivering for Doordash. $30.50 an hour is pretty good. I'm going to take out holding back 30% for taxes, and then you have gas and wear and tear on the car. So it's less than that, $30.59 obviously. This is just a side hustle for me. It's not my main source of income, so I'm okay with that. That's fair. And it's fun. So this week, about 25% of my time was waiting for offers or deadheading back to town. Like I said, I was much better at picking which orders I was going to accept. I didn't take any that were far away. I think maybe like 7 or 8 miles was the furthest that I went. But the ones that were far away were usually doubles, or they paid well, more than, double the mile. So I went over, got at least $2 a mile. Last week I spent about 30% of my time waiting, so it's a little bit better this time. There was a few more orders, I think. I learned where to hang out. I didn't spend as much time just driving aimlessly. I knew where the orders were going to be, and I went to those places. However, this week I seemed to spend a lot more time waiting for the food to be made than I did last week. I just don't think the restaurants planned well. I don't think they expected as many orders as they got. I had to unassign, I don't know, I think maybe like 5 or 6 orders because it was taking just way too long. And I kind of feel like either the restaurants were not prepared, or maybe they were doing their regular phone-in orders and Doordash orders were not their priority, and maybe they were sitting on the back burner, and when they had time they would do the Doordash orders. I know that Doordash takes a percentage of every order, and there's probably a monthly fee also. I don't really know, so they probably don't make as much money on the Doordash orders. But if I was a restaurant owner, I would want the Doordash orders to be, those customers to be just as happy as my regular customers, because then they can become regular customers. And if you're making their order take, forever for them to get, they're not going to come again. So I don't agree with that, but, I guess for a lot of them, the money is their main focus, especially right now with businesses being shut down and everything. I waited a very long time. It really bothered me when they would say, oh, it's almost ready, or 5 more minutes, but then 15 minutes later, nothing. So I ended up unassigning because they were just wasting my time. And I felt like I could be out getting other orders for restaurants that were actually going to make the food on time. So, yeah, it kind of bugged me. Don't tell me 5 more minutes if you're just starting it right now. I mean, that's just kind of rude. The Doordash system seemed to have some problems too. I'm not sure if it was overwhelmed, but I was in one place, a pizza place, and I arrived, and he's like, "Oh, we don't have your order." And then I heard the little Doordash thing go off on the tablet. He's like, "Oh my God, it's right here. It's coming now." So they gave me, DoorDash assigned me the pickup when the restaurant hadn't even gotten the order yet. So I think that's kind of odd. And at least one restaurant never even received the order. I actually let him take a picture of the order on my app, and then I unassigned it so someone else could come back later and pick it up. But he never even got the order, so I think there was some issues with that. Was it worthwhile? Yes. It was a holiday week, and I think that's why it was so busy. Plus, all the restaurants are delivery or pickup in my area because here in Southern California, all the restaurants have been told not to have anyone eat on premises. There are some restaurants who are not following the rules, however, and I think that's pretty crappy. COVID is really scary, and there's so many cases right now here, and people are not taking it seriously. But anyways, that's a whole other topic. I think during normal times, we won't be as busy. So I'm kind of anxious for this coming week when it's not a holiday to compare how a normal week is compared to the holiday weeks. It was kind of fun because I ran into lots of DoorDash drivers that I recognized. You know, a lot of us probably work the same areas. I talked to a couple people that don't even live nearby. They drive to this area because it's easier to deliver and they make more money. The San Fernando Valley is not far from us. Well, it is far, but a lot of them live in the San Fernando Valley, and they said that there's just too much traffic, and the restaurants are not consolidated in like one area, so they're driving all over the place. And one guy said that people steal the food, and I don't know. He's telling me all these stories. So, anyways, they come to our area to drive, which is fine. Anyways. Driving for DoorDash is fun. I'll continue to drive and hopefully have good luck moving forward. I'll do another video maybe after this next coming week to compare a normal week to the holiday weeks and see if I learn anything else. I feel like every single time I go out, I learn something new and learn a strategy or a tactic that helps me become not only a better dasher, but be more efficient. So, I would really love to hear from you. So if you have any questions or comments on anything that I've said, please list them below. I am in no way a professional. I've only been doing this for 2 weeks. I'm very new to DoorDash, and I just wanted to share my experiences. I hope you enjoyed this video. Please subscribe because I'll be putting out a couple more. I'm trying to do them like every couple days. So, yeah, I hope to see you again soon. Happy New Year. Stay healthy. One more thing I was going to ask is for you to go back and watch my other YouTube videos, the ones I've done about DoorDash, and any of the other ones too. There's a lot there. Most of them are technology related, but if you could comment on those videos also, because I really want to learn, and I know that some of you have been doing DoorDash for a long time and have some great tips, and I would really love to hear what you have to say. I want to be a better dasher, not only to make more money, but to also make my customers happy and just do a better job. So I would appreciate it if you could do that. And don't forget to subscribe and like my videos. Thank you.